morning. Just let me double check that
it is filming, yeah, and that microphone's on, yeah, thank you. Good morning. Welcome to exercise 10C, Division of Polynomials. Now, we actually learnt this last year, and if I remember correctly, most of us kind of got the hang of it. So today will just be a process of reminding you how to do it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run through why we do it, and then I'm going to go through a really slowly worked out example. You don't have to stay and watch that example. If you, I would actually recommend pausing after I explain why I do it, having a go at the first question, and then if you really don't understand it, then come back and watch the rest of this video, which has me literally talking it through slowly, painfully, writing it out step by step. So let's have a look. Now, the reason we do it, if I had a graph like this, x plus 4 all squared, x take 2, x take 3, then we know it's going to have intercepts at the at the minus 4, plus 2, plus 3. The one at the minus 4 is it's going to resemble a quadratic, so it's either going to look like that or that. At plus 2, it's going to be a straight line, so it could be going down or up or down. Same for x plus 3. Oh, okay. So let's actually have a crack at drawing this now. At the minus 4, I'm just going to assume that it's like this. It would come back up. It's going to go through plus 2 and plus 3. Or it could have gone like this. Ooh. Like that or something. We don't actually know, and we know how to check. We would just chuck in a value that was somewhere this way, so like minus 5 or something, and see if it was positive or negative. I'm not going to bother for this question. But if I had something like this, it's not already in brackets. I don't know where it cuts through the x-axis, so I don't know its intercepts. I don't know the roots. I don't know the zeros. There's so many words for the same thing. I could have a go at factorizing. You know, maybe if I did it in pairs, maybe I'd get x cubed outside of x take 3 plus x squared, 2 outside of x squared take 4, then I know that would become x take 2, x plus 2. But I wouldn't really be able to get any further than that, and I couldn't factorize that. There's nothing that goes into both this and this. So I don't actually know how to factorize that. So we're going to use division of polynomials. And division of polynomials is where you have one polynomial. So for example, this one, that's a polynomial. And that's being divided by another polynomial, which I'll do orange. That looks exactly like the yellow. I would not do orange. Green. So that's the quotient. And with these questions, we're also going to find out, what that one was times by and what we've got left over afterwards. So R is the remainder, D is the divisor. Oh no. Oh, sorry, I got my Q and D the wrong way around. So D is this one. And the quotient we're going to find, so D is this one. We're going to find x plus 2 times what equals this whole thing. So this is just a series of steps that we're going to follow again and again and again and end up with the correct answer. So it's mastering those series of steps to follow. So the first step is divide and write above. So I'm going to get rid of this highlighting. It's going to confuse me. I'll put it back in at the end so you can see what was what. But for this step, we're going to do, it's always the first term divided by the front term. I'm going to do this in pink. So I've got x to the 4 divided by x. and that gives me x to the 3. I then write it above. I always like to write it above like the corresponding similar term. Second step, multiply and write below. This one I'm going to do in, oh, why is this panicking me so much? Purple. So then we get our x to the 3, and we're going to times it by each of these ones in turn. And times positive 2. So x to the 3 times x was x to the 4. X to the 3 times positive 2 is positive 2x to the 3. Get rid of this highlighting. And right below, so we've got x to the 4 plus 2x to the 3. The third step is to subtract. Then bring down the next term. So when I say subtract, we're going to do this in red. We're going to write a minus out the front. We're going to put our brackets in. We're going to do top minus the bottom above this red line. So x to the 4 minus x to the 4. Oh, gosh, I'm an idiot. I should have written these here. X to the 4 minus x to the 4 gives us, well, nothing. Negative 3x cubed take positive 2x cubed is negative 5x cubed. And then we bring down the next term plus 2x squared. And then start again. I'm going to write these, yeah. Okay. Now we're going to start again. So, first step, divide and write above. So, I'm going to copy these out and I'm going to write it again. Oh no, there's no way I'll fit that. Divide and write above. So this time we've got negative 5x cubed divided by x is negative 5x squared. We multiply and write it out below. So negative 5x squared times x is negative 5x cubed. Negative 5x squared times positive 2 is negative 10x squared. Subtract. I will make those purple. Sorry about that. Subtract, so negative 5x cubed take negative 5x cubed is 0. Positive 2x squared take negative 10x squared is positive 12x squared. Bring down the next term. Plus 0x. Start again. Positive 12x squared divided by x plus 12x. Positive 12x times x is positive 12x squared. Positive 12x times positive 2 is positive 24x. I'm going to subtract. And I'm going to get 12x squared take 12x squared is 0. 0x take 24x is negative 24x. bring down the next term. Take 8. Okay, start again. Negative 24x divided by x. Negative 24. Negative 24 times x. Negative 24x. Negative 24 times 2 is negative 48. We're going to subtract. We get negative 24x take negative 24x is 0. Negative 8 take negative 48 is positive 56. And we end. So, now let's put it into context. So, the main thing we divided by, so x to the 4, take 3x cubed plus 2x squared plus 0x take 8 divided, equals, they like the quotient, so that's this thing that ended up on top, x to the 3 take 5x squared plus 12x take 24 times the thing we divided by, x plus 2 plus the remainder, 56. So if we were to highlight these, yep, so yellow is my polynomial that I started with. So that's the polynomial I started with. It ended up as the quotient, which is whatever we ended up with on top. Times whatever we divided by. Yep, that's the same colour. Plus the remainder. Is that the same colour? Yep. So quotient equals this one. And the remainder equals this one. Now we have done these before. I will be writing work solutions for all the questions in the textbook. Hang on. Cup of tea. Good luck with these. It's literally those 4 steps again and again and again. And one of those steps is literally just telling you to start again. So you will get the hang of these. Please don't stress.